Atmatraya, Sip Karan, Sip Rekha, Sip Liko, Sip Bliss, Sip Pankaj, Sip Mutkula Anand, Sip Yogini, Sip Raju, Sip Rajesh, Sip Samatma, Sip Sagai, Sip Paratyama, Sip Gautam. And this is what I can see. The rest of you I cannot see. But I'm sure you will be there. And so with that note, we are on to another interesting evening of Ask AiR. And the subject of discussion, hopefully my video connection is good, is spirituality dangerous? Will we lose something? Is spirituality dangerous? Will we lose something? Who will guide us on this? Is spirituality dangerous? Will we lose something? Because a lot of people are very much concerned about spirituality and what we will lose in spirituality. So who would like to go on this? First champion Yogini. Yogini, is spirituality dangerous? Will we lose something? Bolo Yogini.
Thank you. So spirituality is dangerous for the 99% of the people because they are ignorant. 1%, those who are on the path of the enlightenment, for them it is not dangerous, but yes, they are curious that what would happen next. But 0.001, as you say, for them, spirituality is, what would I say, a path to moksha.
But a lot of people think spirituality, we will lose spirituality. So kya bolna unko?
That is
who feels
ignorant.
we will lose? Huh?
Jisne,
but you know, we will lose. You don't know we will lose. You don't believe we will lose.
We will lose samsara.
Before you start the spiritual journey, you have to be very clear whether what is the loss in the spiritual journey. Is my audio video
sir.
okay? I hope you can hear. You can see me. You can hear me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So who is going to help Yogini? Yogini is saying that spirituality, we will lose samsara. I don't know how that is dangerous.
For the 99%. I said for the 1%.
For the 1%, we don't. For the 1%, we won't lose anything, right? We are safe.
No, we don't
lose anything.
No, we don't lose. We get a path where we have to go towards a goal. A goal being moksha.
Okay.
Am
so
I
who else would like
audible,
to? Yeah, Rekha Parwani. I hear you. I'm not sure that we have a very good connection, but I'm hoping that we have a good connection. Should we try the data? Okay, Rekha Parwani. Now can you see me? If I'm audio video not there, just let me know. Bolo Rekha.
Shivoham AiR.
Shivoham.
For the 1%, we lose anger, we lose hatred, we lose lots of negativity, which is very good for us. We free from.
You spoiled the whole show. You spoiled the whole show, man, Rekha.
Why?
You spoiled the complete show. I wanted this drama to go on for a long time. I wanted this drama to go on and on and on, and you spoiled the show so fast.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? In spirituality, we lose many things. Huh? What is it?
Anger, hatred, suffering. Shivoham.
Is the connection better? I've lost you all.
Yes, now it's better. AiR.
You can see me, you can hear me. Is the connection better?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
AiR.
Okay. So, what Rekha said, spirituality is dangerous because we lose so many things. We lose fear, we lose anger, we lose hate, we lose revenge, we lose jealousy. We lose so many things. Very dangerous. Spirituality is very dangerous because you lose superstition, you lose ritual, you lose dogma, you lose attachment, you lose unhappiness, you lose stress, you lose anxiety. How many things you lose? You lose so many things you lose in spirituality. And people are not, you don't even know what all you lose. What is this? Huh? In spirituality, you lose a lot. You lose so much. You lose many, many things. So you have to be clear.
But yet,
what?
But yet, we are the winners. After losing everything, we get everything.
This was the Sunday evening trick question. I wanted to know, all of you will say, oh yeah, we lose relationships. Oh, we lose our family. Oh, you don't lose anything. You don't lose anything. This is a foolishness on our part that we think we lose. We don't lose anything. What we lose is, we lose fear. Spirituality makes you realize what is there to fear. Spirituality makes you realize what is there to be anxious. Ye leela hai maya, kuch bhi sach to na. This spirituality makes you realize you lose pain, pain of the body. You lose misery of the mind. You lose agony of the ego. You know something, this world is such a beautiful place. But in this world, we don't enjoy this world. We suffer. My dear friends, we are living with stress. We are living with anxiety. Some people are committing suicide because we lose our peace of mind. Spirituality gains. You know what you lose with spirituality? One more. Who will tell me? I'll give a prize. Who will tell me 1 point?
Slavery.
I will give you a prize.
Slavery.
Huh?
Slavery. Slavery.
Slavery.
Attachment, craving or longing or ignorance, darkness.
You jumped across. In spirituality, what is the biggest loss? Biggest loss. Biggest loss.
Mind.
Mind. Who said mind? I think Tushatma. Who said mind?
Gautam.
Gautam. Mind. In spirituality, you will lose your mind. Now, if you go and tell the samsar, spirituality, you will lose your mind. They will say, don't want Baba. I don't want to lose my mind. In spirituality, they will say, I don't want to lose my mind. Mind is the most important friend. How can I lose my mind? Okay. So I think Girish, you wanted to say something. Girish? Who was on that? Somebody was. Okay. So my dear friends, today's topic is this. Is spirituality dangerous? No. In spirituality, will we lose something? We will lose many things. I think Sangamji said we will lose ego. We will lose our illusions. We will lose our myth. We will lose the fairy tales. We will lose so many things. We will lose the mind. We will lose the ego. We will lose the senses of the body. We will lose so many things. Bliko. Yes, Bliko.
Shivoham. In this path, we will lose all our pleasure, temporary pleasure, which we are chasing. Sansar is in the sansar. So I am in the middle of the marriage ceremony. So I came out and the Maharaj was telling the Varraja that you are Raja, you are king. But he is not telling that you are king of only one day. So I was laughing. I laughed and I came out for this call. And the ceremony is still going on. So all this temporary pleasure, temporary kick we are losing here. If you take a wine, the person who likes it, will enjoy the wine.
Bliko, that man doesn't know what he's getting into.
No, he's very happy. He was laughing because he's Raja. Raja. Why he has to come in spirituality? He is Varraja. He is a king. But he don't know he's a king of only one day. Next day he has to go to grocery and job and suffer many things.
Okay. So spirituality gives you mukti. Spirituality activates the intellect. Spirituality gives you peace. Spirituality gives you bliss. Spirituality teaches you the meaning of divine love. Otherwise, people suffer in love, right? Spirituality teaches you the meaning. What is divine love? Because it is spiritual love. It's ishq hakiki. It's not for the skin, it's for the one within. But let me throw open the opportunity to all of you. You all ask me questions today. So since it's Sunday, yesterday only we said, no, you have to ask questions. So now my time is over. Now your time starts. Come on. How many of you have made notebook? How many of you are going to ask questions? Let me see a change in paradigm. Let me see how many people are going to ask questions today. Come on. Who has prepared a question for today? I can't hear. Speak. आपका connection ठीक नहीं है, बोलो.
आपने बोला कि you have to surrender, लेकिन हमने तो surrender किया हुआ ना, ऐसा क्या है हमने surrender नहीं किया है?
फिर तो और कुछ नहीं करना है बस. अगर आपने
हमको
surrender किया,
पता नहीं है कि हमको पता नहीं है कि हमने क्या surrender नहीं किया है.
हाँ, तो वही पता लगाना है. वो पता लगाना है कि क्या सरेंडर नहीं किया और क्या सरेंडर किया. क्या सरेंडर किया वो पता है? बोलो क्या सरेंडर किया?
वो भी नहीं पता.
तो एक आदमी था, उसको बोला तुमने खाना खाया? वो बोला हाँ खाना खाया. तो बोला पेट भरा? वो बोला पेट नहीं भरा. तो बोला क्या खाया? नहीं पता नहीं क्या खाया. फिर मालूम पड़ा कि वो हवा खाया. हवा खाया. तुमने भी ऐसा हवा सरेंडर किया ना. हवा सरेंडर करने से कुछ नहीं होता है. यू हैव टू बी एबल टू एनलाइटनमेंट इज द जर्नी. रेखा, डोंट थिंक इट्स अ जोक. इट्स अ जर्नी. इट्स अ जर्नी. और जो लोग इस जर्नी में आगे बढ़ते हैं वो लोग बहुत आगे बढ़ते हैं, बहुत चीजें कमाते हैं, बहुत सुख कमाते हैं, बहुत आनंद कमाते हैं, मुक्ति कमाते हैं, मोक्ष कमाते हैं. Don't think enlightenment is a joke. No, enlightenment is a very divine journey. Not many people are blessed to be on this journey. Unfortunately, you know, ये दुनिया जो है, this world, this samsar, it has made us lose our direction. It has made us lose our destination. It has made us lose our focus. We don't know why we are alive. How many people in this call understand why are we alive? हम जिंदा क्यों हैं? Why? We don't even know why we are alive. Why we were born. You ask somebody why you were born, they will say, ask my mother and father. You ask the mother and father why they were born, they will say, we don't know. हमें पता नहीं. So we are so much full of avidya. We are so much full of ignorance. We don't know why we came to earth. How many people understand that you came to earth because of karma? How many people understand? How many people understand the meaning of dual karma? How many people understand? I will tell you, you go to a discussion of 1,000 people, you will not find few handful of people who will tell you the meaning of dual karma, who will tell you the meaning of who controls birth, who controls death. It's not a joke, my dear friends. Questions? All the heroes of yesterday, the champions of yesterday, aap log ne bola, we have got notebook, we have written questions. Let me see who's asking questions.
Can I ask, sir?
Yes, go to Yogini.
Sir, when we are talking to a person about spirituality, but we are not able to answer to his level, like, or her level, like they are not satisfied. So what should we do to just make them understand at least?
Very good. Very good
Satisfaction is
question.
secondary.
Yeah, very good question. So when you are talking to somebody and you are not able to make them understand, you must come to Ask AiR and you must tell the question. You must tell the question to me here and I will explain to you how to answer. So what is the question? Give me the discussion you had which they were not satisfied. Please remember what was the discussion and tell me.
Like I was talking to my uncle, my chacha. He's also like, he's actually religious. Like he is reading a lot of Bhagavad Gita and all that. I am not
Yeah.
aware of all that. So he
Yeah.
was giving me examples from that. And
Yeah.
I was giving him examples from what I have learned from you.
Yeah.
But he was not satisfied. Like he was saying, like, what is Atma Gyan? And how can you live in this world? What are you going to do? How can you follow the path till the end? Are you sure? Is it positive? मतलब इतने सारे सवाल ना, so I was little aback, like what to talk to him that time. Like I had to keep quiet.
So you
Oh.
should not keep quiet. So answer to all these questions. The purpose of life is to discover the purpose of life. The purpose of life is moksha. To live as a moksha, we need Atma Gyan. Atma Gyan means neti neti tattvamasi. I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am not the ego, I am the divine soul. The soul is birthless and deathless. The soul is Atma. Atma is Paramatma. Paramatma is Sip, supreme immortal power. Sip is everywhere, in everything. We must live in yoga. We must live in divine union. Like, Yogini, all this will come naturally. Now, once you are in the subject fully, you should be able to, if you ask 4 questions, you should give 40 answers. Why you are hesitant?
That is what, why am I pulling myself back? Why can't I answer like confidently? Because when
Because
we are talking, you are
because you are in mind
telling
state. Because you are with your chacha, you are in mind state. You go to consciousness state. When you go to consciousness state, the Lord will answer for you. Sip will answer for you.
right.
Or next time you have such a conversation, you say, let's do a WhatsApp call to AiR. I will give you all the answers now. You do WhatsApp call, give me a message and do WhatsApp audio call. Wherever in the world I am, I will answer all the questions to him. Then we will see what he has to say. I will give all the answers to you. See, this people in this world, they are lost in this world, and they want to make us also lost. The people in this world who are samsaric people, Yogini, there are 2 problems. One, they are lost. And 2, they want to make us lost. They try so hard. I come across many people who want to make me sink. They want to make me think and blink and sink. No, I'm not interested. Huh? Chodu na main uska haath, wo hai mere bholenath. You don't leave the hand of Sip. You don't leave. And what we are talking, you don't have to memorize. You have to know. You have to absorb the answers in a natural manner. This is where I'm saying question answers very important. You ask, I answer. You ask, I answer. So now also, if you remember the discussion what you had with him, put it down and ask me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions. Shoot at me. I will give the answer to you. We shouldn't. You know why? You write down the questions now one more time and you question me. Let me see whether you can make me fail. You can ask me any question under the sun. Let me see. We don't need to learn scriptures. We don't need to learn Sanskrit. We don't need to learn these mantras and shlokas. There's no need. I went to my Guruji. My Guruji told me, no need. One day, Adi Shankara, Shankaracharya from Adi Shankara, he came, and when Shankara came, Shankaracharya came to the temple, I folded my hands and I told him, Swamiji, मुझे कुछ मंत्र नहीं आता है, मुझे कुछ श्लोक नहीं आता है, मुझे कुछ संस्कृत नहीं आता है. He said, कुछ भी आने की जरूरत नहीं है, कुछ जानने की जरूरत नहीं है. You have to have mumukshu. You must have mumukshutva, have love for God, have passion for God. God doesn't need shlokas. There are many people who will chant Bhagavad Gita, Adhyay 18, Krishna ne Arjun se aisa ka. You think that's all it means? If you know all those things, you become enlightened. Don't worry about these things. You have to realize the truth. Atmatray.
Thank you.
Yes, same, sir.
Shiva Atmatray.
Sir, I have listened. The God is सर्वज्ञ, सब जानता है. It is real, और वो जानता है तो कैसे जानता है?
God is सर्वज्ञान.
हाँ, सर्वज्ञानी.
तो प्रभु ने सब कुछ किया है ना. Prabhu knows mathematics. Who made mathematics? Who made geography? Who made history? Who made English? Who made Hindi? Who made all these things? Who made computer technology? Who made?
No, God given us power, intellect.
Man made the plane and man made the train with his brain.
Yeah.
Man made the plane and man made the train with his brain.
उघडच
But who
आहे.
made the brain? But who made the brain? Who
हा,
made
हा.
the brain? Huh?
हम्म, हा
Who made the brain?
हा अशी मेड दे brain.
Or your father or my father? Whose father made
No,
the
no.
brain?
God आणि ईश्वर ही बनाए.
So when we realize that God or SIP has made everything, then there's nothing else. No, that is become Sarvagyan. No, Atmatraya.
अच्छा.
We are lost in this samsara, Atmatraya. We are so lost. And because we are lost, we are not able to achieve anything. We must be in consciousness.
Yeah.
I try to spend my time, so much time in consciousness. Because, when we are in consciousness, we are in ananda. The moment we are in mind state, the moment we are in samsara, we become unhappy. Okay? So, Rook, come back with some more questions. Rook, bolo Rook.
Okay, thank you.
Shivoham Guruji.
Shivoham Rook. Bolo.
Guruji, I wanted to say that in spirituality, some people think that they are going away from their home, maybe in mountains or somewhere. They're leaving everything and going. Some people understand it that way, but it is not like that. We are in the sansar, we are in the leela, and yet we are in consciousness.
Yeah, but you don't have to leave and go anywhere. Because you don't have to leave, as per our conversation, do you have to leave the world and do you have to go to the forest?
No,
Do you have to go to mountains?
I think that way. I don't think.
So if you want to go someplace where there is silence, where there is stillness, you can go. It's good for you because you will attain that shanti. Shanti se mila kya hasi anand. You want shanti, you want peace. I leave the city and I go away into the mountains. I go away into quiet because I enjoy the peace. I enjoy the silence. I don't get disturbed. When I come, I write books, I write bhajan, I do quotations, I write poems, I write so many things. But some people, they like to be in samsara. They like to go to shopping mall, they like to go to movie, they like to go here and there. Then you'll be caught in samsara. If you like samsara, fine. If you get the pleasure of samsara, fine. But if you get the pleasure of spirituality, if you reach that state of ananda, then all these things will not taste good to you. But you must reach that state of ananda. It's not so easy to reach that state of ananda.
Only temporary happiness we get with new materialistic things. Long-lasting happiness we cannot.
But many people are caught with those temporary pleasures. Now, spiritual people don't have to give up these pleasures. Who told me in this call? Somebody said we have to give up pleasure. No, we don't have to give up pleasure. You don't have to give up pleasure. You don't have to be a slave of pleasure. You have to be in consciousness. You have to be a master. You have to be a master in the sense that you should not be able to sink in passions and obsessions. Then you are in trouble.
Yeah. Sometimes, Guruji, it is really effective listening to you because one day I'd gone to mall and if I like something, I used to keep my eyes down.
See, there's no harm in shopping something in the mall if you like it, right? But if you become passionate about that, if you become a slave of your pleasure, if pleasures and people and possessions make you a slave, then what happens? If you become a slave, then you take misery to your grave. If you become a slave, you take misery to your grave. You must not become a slave. That is very dangerous. We all are susceptible, means we can become slaves. No, we should not become slaves. It is a very dangerous thing. Okay, so we have a few minutes more. I thought today I'm going to get some very interesting questions. I hope I'm still waiting for interesting questions from you all.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you. So some more tough questions. Yes.
Can you explain about surrender? मतलब अपना भगवान को अपना ये surrender होता है ना?
Surrender means that you surrender whatever is happening in your life to karma, to the divine. You surrender your life means you don't question. Prabhu, ye kyun hua? Why like this? Why like this not happening like this? You don't cry. You are not upset. You don't fight with God. No, because you know that whatever is happening as per the will of the Lord. You accept without protest. You surrender means, Ke sara, sara, whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Ke sara, sara. You have to be able to surrender. So this surrender means you just let go. You accept. You don't resist. What you resist will persist. मतलब आपको मंजूर करना है, कबूल करना है. प्रभु जो तुम देते हो, जैसे मंदिर में कोई प्रसाद देता है तो प्रसाद लेती हो ना, तुम पुजारी को नहीं बोलते हो एंड मुझे कोकोनट नहीं चाहिए, मुझे मसाला डोसा दो. प्रसाद के लिए कोकोनट नहीं चाहिए, नारियल नहीं चाहिए, गिव मसाला डोसा बोल सकते हैं पुजारी को. तो because a prasadam, life is a prasadam. You have to understand everything that's coming to us, accept it, and use your intellect, use your buddhi. There's a friend of Swati who's asking, just ask idea on reality. Is reality made by us or been created by a reality? Or in the thing we call reality, everything exists, or just one long event like passing of time through the minute landscape of space. See how people ask questions. These people are slaves of the mind. So I told Sudeep Bhargava, be very careful of the mind. I told Sudeep, be very careful. Mind will ask question like this. Mind will ask, see, look at the question. Is reality made by us? Is reality made by us or has been created by a reality? This is called tongue twister. Is reality made by us or reality has been created by a reality? Huh? Or even the thing we call reality doesn't even exist. It's like asking, Swati, you and me, do we exist or not? Does the Zoom call exist or not? Does the mobile phone and the laptop screen exist or not? Is it just one long event like passage of time? Is it like that? Is it one long event? Or people are born and people die and the story goes on and on and on? Is it just one event? Is it one long event? No. So therefore, this infinite landscape of space. What is this landscape of space? What are the 5 elements made of? Swati, tell your friend that everything in this world is energy. This is not science, this is not only spiritual talk. This is scientific talk. When you look at science, science tells you that everything in this world is energy. Everything in this world. What is this energy? This energy is SIP. That's why we have to not get caught by the mind. This question is a question from the mind. Where do we have to ask questions from, my dear friends? Where do we have to ask care? You have to ask questions from the intellect. You have to ask questions from the buddhi. Most of us are suffering. Most of us are suffering because of the mind. Most of us are suffering because the mind steals our peace of mind. The mind steals our happiness. The mind, because in thought we are caught, we lose peace of mind. We are caught in thought. It's very sad. We have to be free from thought. In consciousness, we must be caught. Not in thought you must be caught. In consciousness you must be caught. Yes, bliss, how I can lose all my expectation about others. How can I reach this goal? Is this your question?
Yes.
Bliss?
Yes.
How I can lose all my expectation of others? How? By giving up expectation. My dear Bliss, why should we have expectation? Suppose, Bliss, I tell you, I'm going to a supermarket. And in the supermarket, I buy chicken and mutton and fish and fruits and everything. But in this supermarket, it's very beautiful because there is no cash counter. There is no register. So after you buy everything, then you go back and keep everything in the shelf and go back home. Then what is the use of going to the supermarket? In the supermarket, you cannot pay the cash and take item to the house. You buy everything, you finish buying, then you go to the cash counter, you scan everything. They will say, very good selection, Bliss. Now go keep it back. So you go keep it back and you go home. This world is like this. Whatever expectation you have is no use. It's no use because in the end, nothing is yours. In the end, nobody is yours. Nothing is yours. Is it true, Bliss? Will we take anything with us? Will we take anything with us? Will you say, I love somebody so much, I love somebody so much, I love somebody so much. Can you take them with you?
No,
Then
we cannot.
so if you have expectation out of your love for somebody and it's not divine love, if it is worldly love, you are going to cry. You are going to cry because every relationship is going to break. But
Yes,
if it is a divine relationship, if it is a spiritual relationship, if it's a divine relationship, it will not break. The relationship is soul to soul. If the relationship is from soul to soul, it's not from body to body, that relationship is eternal. That relationship is forever. But because we have expectation from the material world, we are very unhappy. So all expectation from the material world is going to end in misery, in sorrow, in unhappiness. I hope you understand what I'm saying.
Yes, I understand what you said, but it's in the daily life. When I want something from other, like I want help for make something, and we fixed an appointment, and the person don't come, don't call, and don't explain why it don't come.
Yeah. So your heart is hurt. So you feel hurt. Your heart is hurt, right? Your heart is feeling hurt. Yeah, you had an appointment with me and I was waiting for you and you don't call and you don't come and you don't reply.
No.
But because you are a slave of your love. You are a slave of your love. You must love without attachment. You must love without expectation. No expectation, no condition. So you love. If you come, you come. If you don't come, you don't come. No problem.
Okay, I understand.
Because if you have expectation, Bliss, what will happen if you have expectation?
Always I will be deceived.
Why? My heart is paining. My heart is paining so much. I wait for you. You don't reply. You don't care for me. So if you have,
so comic, really.
if you have what?
You are so comic, really. You
So
always
comic.
make me.
I'm not a joker. I'm telling you the truth.
Yes, I know.
So I love the divine. I love the divine. And I tell the divine, if you are fine, you're fine. If you are not fine, it's okay. Suppose you do something for somebody, then you expect them to say thank you. You will be unhappy. They don't say thank you. You love somebody. You expect them to love you. They don't love you. You become unhappy. So every time you want somebody to go with you, oh, last time you called me, I came. Now I call you, you know, come. Now you become unhappy. Have no expectations. Okay. We have a few minutes more. One or two questions.
I will write your answer, sir.
Yeah, you will write to me. Okay. You will write to me.
Yes.
I know. Sometimes you want it to be privately. You can tell me privately. No problem. Bliko. Yes, Bliko.
So what we discuss right now, like desire and expectation, these two things are so tricky that mind, it take over by mind, it catched by mind, and you lose consciousness. So how to be aware? Because what Bliss said is very right. Because even we know everything, we know we have to be in consciousness, but still in an event like this, like Bliss was saying, and something event like you are doing some work, and let's say 2 hours I was working yesterday on computer or something, and finally when I got want to validate that things, it was giving me back. They said no, there is this error, that error, this error. I was fixing, and ultimately I had to give up after 2 hours. There was some form, but that was because of maybe computer issue or maybe my little mistake which I could not rectify. So at that time you will think that you have wasted your 2 hours, and your mind will get tired, and your conscious it will take over by mind, and then it will say, oh, this is just waste of time. Oh, why should I do this? And
my dear Bliko, this is the mind game.
Yes.
Why you should learn, you have to accept without protest, do your best, in consciousness, surrender the rest. You do not, if you realize it's a Leela and you work for 2 hours and nothing happens, it's okay. It's okay. Bliko, what's the big deal, Bliko?
Yeah, but that expectation without getting guilt, that should come, right?
Yeah,
because you think that you lose 2 hours.
But why? You didn't lose 2 hours. It was just a part of the show.
So correct.
No 2 hours belongs to you. No 2 hours belongs to me. Everything is a drama. Everything is a show. You enjoy the show. Correct. You do it for sip. You spend the time on the computer for sip. Bliss. You go with some of your friends. You go with sip. You expect nothing. You surrender to sip. Everything we do to sip, Bliko, if we learn to live with sip, if we learn to live with an instrument, then we will see. Let me tell you one thing, my dear friends. As long as you have expectation, you are going to suffer. Expectation cannot create an elevation. Expectation will make you decline. We should not have expectations. I have learned the art. Earlier, I had a lot of problems, always expecting, and becoming, my heart is feeling sad. I feel so bad. No, now I don't feel bad. My heart doesn't feel sad. Why? Because no expectation. You live with sip. You live for sip. You live surrendering to sip. This is an art you have to develop. Why do we come to AiR every day? Why do we come every day? We come every day because every day we have to learn something new. Yes, Girish.
Even though slavery, attachment, craving, or longing for material things will reduce, we will not be losing general interest in materialistic things, no?
Why will you lose? Because Girish, everything is SIP now. Everything is a manifestation of SIP. If you see everything is post-imam, why will you lose interest? In our philosophy and our theology of things, the way we look at God and SIP, everywhere is SIP, everything is SIP. Why will I lose interest? A lot of people are scared. Oh, if you are in spirituality, then you will lose motivation. You will lose inspiration. Then life will become boring. Do you think life is boring to me? Does it make you feel my life is boring? Would you like to exchange your life with my life? I will give you my life. You give your life. Are you ready?
Ready.
Ready?
Why
you are ready to? Why you are ready to change your life with my life? Because you think my life is better than. Huh? You are ready? Many people don't want to exchange their life with my life. I asked somebody, are you ready to exchange your life with my life? They said, no, I don't like your life. I like my life. That person is in a state of mind. The person is in a state of mind. When the person is in a state of consciousness, anybody will be ready to exchange. Because this life is so beautiful. So Girish, don't worry about this. Don't think that when you are in spiritual life, you will lose interest. You will not lose any interest. I have one more question from Swati's friend. Does no expectation often lead to exploitation of the person? No. When no expectation, it is not exploitation, provided you don't become a slave to the person. You must not become a slave. If you let that person make you a slave, I did not say become a slave. Did I say become a slave? Don't become a slave. Be detached. Be free. Many of us are not free. Many of us are clinging to the tree. We are clinging to the tree and then we are saying, bachao, bachao, bachao. Why you are screaming, bachao, bachao? You're clinging to the tree. You're feeling the thorns. The tree has thorns. You're getting pricked by the thorns. You are unhappy, but you are still clinging to the tree. Why are you clinging to the tree? Expectation is not exploitation. Attachment creates exploitation. If you are attached to somebody, all the time you are expecting, I told you, Bliss said, no? Bliss said, I'm waiting for my friend, friend not coming, friend not replying, friend not doing like this, friend not doing like that. This is expectation. Don't convert your expectation into an exploitation. No, I am not telling that. I am saying give up expectation and be free. So my dear friends, every day we have to go one step forward. Spirituality is a beautiful journey. One thing I'll tell you, 99% of this world is suffering. I can tell you for sure. I was also one of those. I was in the 99% of this world. I was suffering so much. Today, I am liberated. Today, I am in a state of bliss, ananda, joy. And I try my best to take you to that place. I try to take you all to that state of ananda, that state of liberation, that state of unification with the divine. I try my real best, and I wish I can actually take you to that spot of bliss. With folded hands, I bow down to you. We'll see you tomorrow at 8.